Call of Duty in the current year is an absolute joke. Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, if you can even call it Warzone 2, apparently they're not calling it Warzone 2 anymore, but they completely threw the series in the trash for essentially no reason. And right now, in case you've been missing it, the Modern Warfare 3 hype campaign is basically just the developers reaching out to influencers and being like, hey, we're fixing the things you didn't like about Modern Warfare 2. You know, the things that shouldn't have been broken in the first place. Get excited for $70 price tags, please. It amazes me how efficiently this game has been destroyed over the last 3 years. Like, this franchise was dominant through the 2000s, the 2010s. It was extremely dominant in 2020. And then Activision proceeded to make every possible bad decision from that point on to make sure no one would ever have a good opinion of the franchise again. And I don't want to waste your time talking about why this happened or what's exactly wrong with the game. Instead, I just want to take a look at the comments on the Modern Warfare 3 trailer, because holy hell, there is no excitement for this game, and it's one of the most encouraging things I've seen in a while on the internet. But before I do that, I want to point out just how eager Activision is to hide all negative feedback, because, you know, they're blatantly selling an expansion as a full-price standalone game. But in case you need evidence of what I'm talking about, the reveal teaser went live on August 7th. Like, it was the first time they officially confirmed the game's title. It's a big deal. New Call of Duty game is confirmed. And after 2 days, they couldn't even crack 1 million views. For comparison, the trailer for the 2011 Modern Warfare 3 is currently sitting with 28 million views. The fucking Vanguard reveal trailer. The Vanguard reveal trailer has 26 million views. And Modern Warfare 3, the next chapter of this fabled franchise, the flagship Call of Duty sub-series, can't even break 7 digits in 2 days. But here's the funniest part. Just 2 days after the trailer went live, it couldn't crack 1 million views. It ends up with this amazing like to dislike ratio. So Activision panics and uploads a different trailer as a complete do-over. And they're so desperate for positive reception that they put the villain of the original Modern Warfare 3 front and center so you don't talk about the actual gameplay. I've never seen this before. I've never seen a game so eager to avoid criticism that they give the throwback villain, who has like barely existed in this new Modern Warfare series up to this point. Like, Makarov had almost no presence in Modern Warfare 2. He didn't even exist in Modern Warfare 2019, but now here he is getting his own trailer before the game is officially revealed. Because the trailer we got on Monday for the game is just a bunch of glorified Adobe After Effects slides into a logo. But Makarov, a character who for all intents and purposes did not exist in this universe, gets his own trailer before the game gets a real trailer. This is so fucking desperate, and it's hysterical. But let's just go through some of the top comments of the reveal trailer, because as someone who used to love this series and has been so let down by it year after year, I'm just tickled by this. There's something really satisfying about a franchise that's too big to fail, actively failing in front of our eyes. Pro tip: if you put out good games, you wouldn't be in this situation. At the time that I'm recording this video, this is the #1 comment. To all those Activision employees believing they were going to get an extra year to focus on making a game instead of trying to rush it by fall, I feel for you. That really is the most depressing part of this, because in case you missed it somehow, we were told like 1 million times that Modern Warfare 2 was going to be a 2-year game, and the next Call of Duty game wouldn't come out until 2024. When people say Modern Warfare 3 is just an expansion, they mean that. This literally was going to be an expansion, and then they decided to sell it for full price because Modern Warfare 2 is so goddamn dead. Activision is so fucking desperate for a total reset that they're taking MW2 assets and the new expansion material and just making some gameplay tweaks based on the loudest community feedback I've ever seen for a multiplayer game, because Modern Warfare 2 was full of gameplay changes that truly never had to happen. Like, I really do just feel bad for the obviously incredibly talented developers working on this series and being forced to finish this nonsense. It's so sad. It's such a waste of talent. Like, think of what the people at Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer would be capable of if Activision wasn't calling the shots, you know? Like, imagine what the modern Infinity Ward could do with new leadership and a new IP. It's just sad. Big maps and skill-based matchmaking to make sure I'm teamed up with people who don't want to do the objective while the opposing team cooks us. And that's the number one reason I couldn't get into the rebooted Modern Warfare series. I really tried my best to like Modern Warfare 2019, but I couldn't get into it. I don't like TDM, I don't like free-for-all, I don't like kill confirmed, I like domination, I like hardpoint, I like capture the flag, I like demolition. You know, as someone who really used to like Call of Duty games and someone who thought Modern Warfare 2019 had fantastic gunplay, the movement and gunplay and the customization of Modern Warfare 2019 is fantastic. Time to kill is a little fast, but still. But it somehow managed to make objective play, like, actively punishing. I don't know what it is with modern Call of Duty game design and actively punishing people for playing the objective. It's just bizarre. Like, seriously, who was it that decided that objective modes and objective players had to be shafted? Seriously. Because even in previous Call of Duty games, I've been willing to overlook some of the gameplay flaws because the game plays so well with objective modes. I fucking hated COD World War II before the overhaul, but I still played a lot of COD World War II because the war game mode and hardcore domination, for some reason, were both extremely fun. Despite thinking COD World War II was a piece of shit, I put a lot of time into hardcore dom and war because those were really fun game modes. They just, at their core, the way the game flowed, the way the maps were designed, and the way that the objectives were placed, it made the game fun. It made up for the shitty gameplay decisions. But God forbid modern Call of Duty devs expect you to have the brain power to understand capturing flags, I guess. I love the part where they say we're gonna take their money and deliver a subpar product. Truly the most MW3 moment of all time. Can't wait for the part in the game where Makarov says, "What are we, some kind of Modern Warfare 3? It steals all my money." I remember thinking the new games were going to be out of this world. Little did we know we were already playing the best games they would ever make. That shit's fucking sad. It's sad. I feel this. I really feel this, you know? Back in the day playing COD on the 360, like, we didn't know. We were completely expecting the series to just keep getting better because why wouldn't we expect that? Like, how would we have known that we were playing the peak of the franchise at that point? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter how you feel about, like, the 8th gen console generation of Call of Duty and onwards. Like, I think we can all agree that the series peaked during the 360 PS3 era. You may have a different opinion of which game was the best, but the peak of the series pretty undeniably was during that era. So, like, yeah, hindsight's 2020, but it is weird to think back and just be like, man, we really were playing the best of the best at that point, and we didn't even know it. Should have embraced it a little more. Imagine how crazy it would be if the devs put as much effort into the games as their marketing team puts into the trailers. It's true every year, you know? It's true every single year. You watch the trailers and you're like, damn, that looks legit. Ooh, the budget for this must be so big. And then you look at the gameplay and it's like, oh, never mind. Modern Warfare 2019 was what got me back into COD. Played all 6 seasons and loved it. Game was dripping with solid gunplay, a balance of milsim aesthetics, and more fun stuff later on down the road in multiplayer, and a stellar campaign. MW2 feels like a cheap imitation, not hyped for 3, and after having been let down by BF 2042 and MW2, I can firmly say it's back to single-player stuff for me. This is a very important perspective, because, you know, I've made my opinions on Modern Warfare 2019 pretty clear. I thought, you know, as much as I tried to like the multiplayer, I couldn't enjoy it for more than a few days at a time when I was being generous, and I've also made it no secret that I think the campaign is wildly overrated and under-criticized for some fucking reason, but I also recognize that I kind of was in the minority there. You know, MW19 was the change of pace that a lot of people wanted. The campaign was also the change of pace a lot of people wanted. And there's also a reason why that player base has completely walked away from the sequel. Because even if you were someone like me who loves old school Call of Duty but hated Modern Warfare 2019 because of what it replaced the old school mechanics with, there were a lot of people who liked what the old school mechanics were replaced with, and now you pushed them away as well. So genuinely, who is this franchise for anymore? Because it's not for old school fans, you've made that clear. It's not for fans of Modern Warfare 19, you've made that clear. So are you just relying on the brand new people coming into Call of Duty, because there's not a lot of those either, because the game on its own isn't very good, because you refuse to take feedback. I wonder how far into development this game is before it's going to be released. I really liked the part where COD said it's warfare in time and warfared all over the place. Truly the greatest Modern Warfare 3 moment of all time. Going from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 in a year is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I want to be excited, but I have a feeling they weren't given a lot of time to work on this. Also, it's weird that Sledgehammer is the lead developer on this. Say what you will, but this is not their baby. Another really important thing to point out. It doesn't matter that Sledgehammer is the lead dev. It doesn't matter how many good ideas Sledgehammer has. This isn't their baby. This isn't their idea. The creative decisions being made with the Modern Warfare franchise have nothing to do with them. So you have to wonder how passionate the people making the calls are really going to be about this. I'm so hyped to be your free beta tester. It's like the self-checkout at Walmart, except we leave with the exact opposite of what we want in a bag full of microtransactions. I'm hyped for the skill-based matchmaking in public lobbies. Also hyped for the 1,000 line of sights to get shot from. Also hyped for lobby leaderboards to not be shown. I'm especially hyped for the horrible kill streaks / score streaks. I'm hyped for multiplayer to be forgotten. I'm hyped for lobbies to break after one match. I'm hyped for the remakes of the same maps I used to play when I was 12 years old. I'm hyped as fuck. Let's get it, boys. I'm sure this game won't be full of bugs, crashes, updates that don't fix anything, and need shader optimizations every 30 minutes. I've never been as motivated as I am right now to buy a game. Yes, I'm talking about BattleBit Remastered. Wow, that was so cool of you guys to turn all of the DLC that was meant for MW2 into a brand new game. I really liked how MW2 was super lackluster and doesn't have a single map from the OG MW2. That genuinely astonishes me. You sold this game on nostalgia for the original MW2, you have so many references to the original MW2, and not a single map. Like, how do you do that? Never bury your enemies in life. Wow, what a powerful quote, Infinity Ward. Maybe after we no Russian a plane in a cutscene, of course, we get to paint Makarov's nails. Excellent marketing. Oh, good lord. Good lord. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, I just get kind of tickled. I get kind of tickled seeing Call of Duty crash and burn like this because it's completely of their own making. You refused to listen to community feedback. You insisted that your way of making the multiplayer was the best way to do it, despite there being near unanimous criticism. And yeah, here you are. You're being forced to completely reset your gameplay. And now because of that, no one has faith in your decision making anymore because you've proven just how shallow the mindset is behind these decisions. There's nothing creative going on here. There's no artistry going on here. This isn't a story that people really wanted to tell. This isn't a gameplay experience that people really wanted to bring to life. You're just trying desperately to erase mistakes that were only made because you refuse to listen to your own consumer base. What is it with the modern entertainment industry and just refusing to listen to the consumer? I don't understand it. Modern Warfare 3 will probably be better than MW2. I bet it will even be fun. And I'll admit I have a weird interest in the beta and the free weekend. But I will also tell you that after Vanguard and MW2, there are a lot of people who are not going to pay for this without trying it first. And once they try it, they're not going to want it. Because a game born out of an expansion cannot fundamentally fix the problems with the game. That's just not going to happen. And I honestly feel really bad for Sledgehammer, because you know they're going to take the blunt of the criticism for this, when what the fuck else are they supposed to do? You're told to make an expansion into a full game and make it into something that people really want? What else are you supposed to do? I truly hope MW3 is a good game. I genuinely want it to be a good game because I want Activision to realize that the things they've been doing are fucking stupid, and when they listen to their consumers, they make better products. I want that to happen. But the current PR situation that this franchise is in is entirely of their own making, and I revel in it. Toodles.